Welcome to our SWOT analysis presentation for the Louisiana Department of Transportation and Development. This presentation was developed by Eric Dauphine, Seth Woods, Thomas Marshall Hill, and Michael Clark in conjunction with CM 7206, Strategic Management in Construction. This is Eric Dauphine, and I will briefly introduce responsibilities, history, vision, mission, and goals of the department. This presentation details an in-depth strategic analysis of Louisiana Department of Transportation and Development, which is the lead governmental agency responsible for maintaining public transportation, roadways, bridges, waterways, and port facilities, commercial vehicles, and even aviation. As you can see in the figures, there's an extensive infrastructure inventory under the department's scope of responsibility. The Department of Transportation started out as the Louisiana Highway Commission in 1921 under Governor John M. Parker with an aim of just establishing more gravel roads throughout the state, but has since evolved into a multifunctional agency employing approximately 4,200 people to manage its inventory. The Department of Transportation was selected for the SWOT analysis project since 3 of the team members work for the department, and 1 other member works for the Ohio Department of Transportation. So each member holds a direct stake in the functionality and performance of a state transportation department. Our team proposed a new vision statement for the department, highlighting our commitment to developing, delivering, and maintaining a safe and efficient infrastructure system, and also defining the desire to become a national leader in providing these services. We also updated the mission statement by including all essential components needed to define the department's role. The new mission takes a much more motivational and complete view of the department's purpose and outlook, and it also reflects the expectations of all stakeholders, including customers and employees. This new mission statement guided the strategy formulation process. The department is committed to utilizing its values of leadership in public service to continuously improve by developing strategic goals that include delivering quality customer service, timely responses to public correspondence, increasing public information and attention to customer needs through various outreach tools, and even creating value through efficiency and reducing change orders could improve customer service. Enhancing public trust and employee improvement by streamlining budgets and keeping administrative costs low, and reducing legal costs and other spending, maintaining a competent and skilled workforce, and also employee recognition programs and other employee benefits. Also producing tangible infrastructure improvements, and this can be done by keeping roads in fair or better condition, accident and fatality analysis, and procuring alternate funding sources. It was with these vision and mission and values and goals in mind that we developed our SWOT analysis.
This is Seth Woods. I will briefly discuss a few topics related to DOTD as an organization. First is branding. To promote its brand, the DOTD fully utilizes electronic platforms through its website. Here you can access travel information, traffic cameras, frequently asked questions, as well as DOTD news and employment opportunities. DOTD also communicates through Facebook, Twitter, 511, and public information officers. DOTD's mission remains growth within the state of Louisiana. However, DOTD recognizes the importance to look beyond its borders by coordinating strategies with neighboring states while monitoring national and global trends concerning construction methods and materials. Good ethics equals good business. This is evident in DOTD's mission, organizational values, and department goals. To ensure goals are met, ethics courses are required of all DOTD employees on a yearly basis. Construction personnel are required an additional ethics course each year. Professional engineers are also required to take a licensure ethics course every 2 years. The persistent training and penalties for violations have changed the ethical culture throughout the organization. DOTD cares about its impact on the environment, so it has developed strategies to deliver a better tomorrow. A few of the strategies are best management practices, which different methods such as vegetative strips, sediment ponds, and silt fencing are installed to minimize the impact from construction projects on the environment. With budgets decreasing and the continuing concern with acquiring materials from sustainable sources, DOTD has been testing innovative sustainable paving methods to minimize paving operations and the use of recycled materials such as recycled tires and asphalt binders. DOTD recognizes a healthy workforce equals a strong workforce, and for that reason DOTD offers multiple programs to promote a fit lifestyle with a balance between work and life. A few of them are listed on this slide, such as robust training programs, employee wellness program with annual health fair, and the one I'm currently utilizing is educational tuition assistance. DOTD offers training for all positions within the organization. A few are listed here, such as engineering technicians with 5 possible certifications. Engineering interns are given the opportunity to pursue licensure and training in the future to maintain their license.
This is Michael Clark, and I will briefly discuss the SWOT analysis and strategies that were derived to improve the organization. In 2014, the DOTD performed a SWOT analysis as part of a 5-year strategic plan, which we referenced for this project. The strengths and weaknesses of the SWOT are the internal items we have the ability to control. First, the strengths of the DOTD primarily focused on the quality of the workforce and their ability to deliver capital programs. Next, the weaknesses of the report identify communication issues with the public and politicians, problems resulting from internal funding, and difficulties attracting qualified workers to replace employees eligible for retirement. Opportunities and threats are external factors beyond the agency's control. The opportunities listed identify the need to strengthen relationships with various external agencies, improve sustainability, and funding allocation. The threats identified in the analysis primarily recognize budgeting issues related to inadequate funding, decreased buying power due to inflation, and tort liability. This team developed strategies from our insight and experience from working in the industry by matching critical external and internal factors. For the SO strategy, we used our internal strengths to exploit external opportunities to propose enhanced training programs to develop incoming employees and also provide incentives to encourage current employees to seek outside training or education. The WO strategies are used to improve internal weaknesses by applying external opportunities. The WO strategies we created aim to attract experienced employees through negotiating starting pay, enhancing and hiring procedures to select quality candidates, use innovative materials, research using alternate delivery methods, and increasing the department's social media presence to promote DOTD initiatives. ST strategies employ internal strengths to minimize the impact of external threats. Our ST strategies wish to use the DOTD's experience to influence legislators for additional funding and to implement training to avoid tort liability and lawsuits through adopting best practices. WT strategies are defensive schemes created to reduce internal weaknesses and avoid external threats. Our WT strategy sought to annually reduce operational services by the inflation rate to continue to keep costs within budgetary constraints from state and federal sources for asphalt overlay projects.
I'm Marshall Hill. I will now cover a gap analysis, strategy evaluation, balanced scorecard, and then conclude with a few takeaways. After completion of the SWOT matrix, we compared it to the current department goals to identify gaps in implementing strategic objectives. One existing DOTD objective was to continually improve the performance of DOTD. The current state and deficiency was determined to be that DOTD has a competent workforce focused on continuous improvement, but employees were working with a lack of proper equipment and/or incentive to improve. Our action plans to meet these objectives included implementing a bonus for employees seeking further training and also expanding training to include more real-world events. Another objective was to improve customer service and public confidence. The current state and deficient was determined to be that DOTD just does not do a good enough job communicating with its customers, the public. Our action plan is to be more transparent and accessible by being more active on social media. The final objective we looked at was to efficiently manage DOTD's financial resources. The current state and deficiency was shortage of funds and no political will to change. Our action plans included pursuing creative funding sources such as public-private partnerships, removing unnecessary budgetary constraints, and possibly cutting services. To perform a strategy evaluation, our team identified the following measures. Annual budget. Many of our identified weaknesses and threats revolved around funding. Has it changed? How has it changed? Change orders. Are there any patterns as to size, type, or cost that can be investigated? Accident analysis. Public and employee perception. Use something like SurveyMonkey with a benchmark survey followed up annually to see if the perception has improved or changed. The DOTD would employ a variety of measurement tools to monitor and evaluate adherence to the strategic paths, including a bi-monthly review of budgets and a balanced scorecard template like shown here. The SWOT analysis yielded more strengths and opportunities than threats and weaknesses. Strengths and opportunities revolve mostly around the existing culture of a committed workforce with opportunities to share and work with outside partners. The recurring theme from threats and weaknesses was lack of funding and the associated threats. Strategies developed through the process included capitalizing on DOTD's strong employee training program and improving retention with better starting salaries. Funding shortfalls were addressed through other operation and construction methods coupled with fundamental changes in service. Looking in depth at the organization's objectives and the challenges that come with change, such as internal and external resistance, we were able to see firsthand that it cannot be done without support from all levels of an organization. The SWOT analysis proved to be a valuable eye-opening assignment, providing much to be used in improving our actual real-world organization.